Hey gang, it's me again, Brad Fitzpatrick, with your humble bundle, or humble choice as they've changed it, for February. Your choose 10 games out of, as you can see right now, 12. So they gave a lot more games this month than the normal type. If you are a subscriber, or if you want to jump in now, these are the games that are available starting today. We have got Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a, like, I don't know, survival game. I've seen lots of stuff about it. It's been on my wish list for a little while. I just never really picked it up because, money. Money is the thing. But basically, let's read about the game. Frostpunk is the newest title from the creators of The War of Mine. It's a society survival game where heat means life and every decision comes at a price. In an entirely frozen world, people develop steam-powered technology to oppose the overwhelming cold. You face the task of building the last city on Earth and securing the means necessary for your community to survive. Basically, it's a resource management survival game using team-based mechanics. It's got a lot of stuff with it. Plus, you get the downloadable content that comes with it, which is really, really good. I guess we have to do that too to get the downloadable content. All right. Well, I've already grabbed all those, so you can't get any of that. So, it seems really interesting. The play endlessly seems to be really fun. If you like the sort of city management games, but with a nice little niche sort of take on it, I bet Frostpunk is your style. Next up, we have Pathfinder Kingmaker Edition. It's basically this is the Explorer Edition. It's your basic RPG fare, a la Neverwinter Nights and so on and so forth. But with a little bit, you're basically a king. So, let's see what it says here. Explore the Stolen Lands, a region that has been contested territory for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it is time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To do so, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and threat of rival nations, as well as threats from within your own court. Customize your character with a wide range of classes and powers, including specialized archetypes, powerful arcane and divine spells, choosing from a multitude of class abilities, skills, and feats. Pathfinder allows players to create heroes or villains that fit both their individual gameplay styles and their personalities. So, really interesting game. I actually did just pick up Pillars of Eternity 2, so I've been playing that pretty hardcore nonstop, which has been fun. And this is right along with there. I'll probably pick this up too just to check it out. I may even make a video if you guys would like to see. As always, you just need to, let me know what you want to see. But that does look really interesting, creating your own kingdom. Kind of like a city-built building management sim on it too, which is always fun to have a good RPG with a base building mechanic. It's always like a nice sort of thing. You've got Book of Demons, which I did not claim. It looked really interesting, but I just didn't I didn't pick it up. It looks like a Diablo clone, but like really kind of low level, but with deck managing mechanics. It says Book of Demons is a hack and slash deck building hybrid in which you decide the length of quests. Wield magic cards instead of weapons and slay the armies of darkness in the dungeons below the old cathedral. Save the terror-stricken Paperverse from the clutches of the archdemon himself. So you've got a whole bunch of cards that generate randomly, just like any other deck building game. But it has mechanics of, as you can see here in this little GIF, kind of like hack and slash Diablo type. Looks like a railgun shooter almost, where you follow the road, and whatever comes your way comes your way. Looks really interesting. I did not pick it up though, so we won't be seeing any of that. We've got Cryo Fall, which is an Indie simulation MMO adventure RPG action strategy tag on there, which is kind of weird. But Cryo Fall is a sci-fi multiplayer survival game set in a forgotten planet in a distant future. It says, welcome to the world of Cryo Fall, where catastrophic crash landing has stranded you, and a dozen others, millions of light years from home, trapped on a hostile planet and in constant danger. Your only hope for survival is to make use of the resources around you as you develop your skills and advance your technology to conquer this new land, tame its harsh wilderness, and build a new life for you and those who have found themselves marooned on Cryofall. So yeah, this is a multiplayer crafting, kind of like low-res survival game almost, but it is going to be multiplayer. Seems rather interesting, but I like multiplayer games when they're all co-op. I do not like PvP orientated games, so I don't like to jump in there and expect to get shot by random people because, let's face it, like 20 to 30% of people out there who play online games just want to go out and hurt other people in some way, shape, or form, and I'm not on that. I'm always about making sure that everybody is happy. Next up, we have Okami, one of the original games from old time ago, where you play the sun god, Okami. But it says, experience the critically acclaimed masterpiece with its renowned Sumi-e ink art style in breathtaking high resolution. Take on the role of Amaterasu, the Japanese sun goddess who inhabits the form of a legendary white wolf, on a quest to defeat Orochi, an 8-headed demon and tyrannical monster responsible for turning the world of Nippon into a ruined wasteland. So the game was heralded as one of the greatest games that came out in a long time, just because of its art style and gameplay value. It does look really cool. I did not play it when it originally came out many moons ago, so I may pick this up just to check it out. It does seem rather interesting to me. We have Eliza. Eliza is a visual novel about an AI counseling program, the people who develop it, and the people who use it. Follow Evelyn Ishino, Aubrey, as she reconnects with people from her past, gets to know the people of Seattle who use Eliza for counseling, and decides the course of her future. So basically it's a visual novel, which is really interesting. I really like playing some of these games and putting them up here because there's not a lot of gameplay, but you get a lot of good story. And this one seems to really err on the side of mental health, which is a really big issue anymore. So I might actually put a video up of this. Just only time will tell, and if I have time. I haven't had a lot of time to do much lately. Been so tired. But it seems like a really interesting game. We have Shenzhen IO, which I also did not pick up. It is a hacking game almost. Build circuits using a variety of components from different manufacturers like microcontrollers, memory, logic gates, and LCD screens. A lot of people like these sorts of games. I do sometimes, it really depends, but has lots of tutorials with it. Lots of reading. But it seems really interesting, and if this is your type of game, you might be in on this. This is Project Warlock. I did pick this up. It is a first-person shooter that fans of Doom, Hexen, and Wolfenstein cannot miss. It serves you an exploited cocktail of bullets, spells, and monsters. Battle through 60 levels of non-stop action packed with bloodthirsty enemies and challenging bosses. So it's basically your Doom fare first-person shooter with a sort of, I don't know. I don't want to say it's low res because it's not really low res. It's pretty high res, but the art style is very simplistic, paper-esque almost. But it seems really cool. I'll probably play a little bit of it just to check it out. So I'm not a big first-person shooter person, but I will check it out. I've got the Hex. The Hex is a really interesting game. It looks kind of funny, but this is what it says about it. In a creaky old tavern in a forgotten corner of the video game universe, a storm is raging. The barkeep gets a patchy phone call. It's hard to tell what the other is saying, but this much is clear. Someone in the Six Pint Inn is planning a murder. There are 6 patrons. All of them are video game protagonists, trying to escape their past, but the Six Pint Inn has a way of bringing back old memories. Each flashback plays out in an entirely different genre, sometimes blending multiple. By exploring these memories, you may discover the identity of the murderer, or you may learn much darker secrets. Very, very kind of like story-driven game with different ways to do things. Fighting games, action games, probably even a little role-playing puzzle games. That seem really interesting. There's even there's even like a dungeon game in there, it looks like, and a first-person game. Huh. I will probably play this. It does look interesting. It's been on my list for a little bit. It says it takes roughly 6 hours to complete in the first playthrough. I mean, why not? Why not? That sounds like a good plan to me. We got Warstone TD. I don't know what the TD stands for. Warstone is basically TD, Tower Defense. Ha! A fearsome chieftain is gathering an army intent on the subjugation of the realm. The villagers cry out for a hero, someone to rise up and rescue them from their plight. This burden falls to you. Build a city, train an army, and equip your subjects. Seek out the assistance of helpful allies, such as dwarves, amazons, and sorceresses. With allies to help and an army on your own, you can defeat the invading army and make the realm safe again. It's your basic tower defense game. Not going to say too much. But, I mean, it has a class system, which is cool. You get your main classes and you can upgrade them. So, I will probably play it a little bit, maybe put a video up on it, just kind of like a fun... I'll do some of the small games on here and put them together so everybody can see. But it does look really interesting. In tower defense, you can never really kind of go wrong. Under Hero is a 2D side-scrolling RPG adventure game with timing-based combat. It tells an intriguing and mysterious story full of silly characters brimming with personality, quirky dialogue, and lots of weird humor. Says it's inspired by Paper Mario games and RPGs in general. It tells a story of a world where the chosen hero has failed and an underling of the main villain takes his place as the new hero. Join Elizabeth IV and a little masked kid in a journey across the Chestnut Kingdom to once again defeat the evil Mr. Stitches. Wait, once again? That seems... Oh, and it has turn-based combat with no turns. Your reflexes. That sounds really interesting. So yes, this might be a game I might play. It does look really cool. I like that idea. And the last game that you can choose from is Knightcall. What it looks to be here is your taxi driver. A mysterious serial killer stalks the streets of modern-day Paris. The body count rises, and the police are no closer to catching the culprit. You are a taxi driver and the survivor to a killer's most recent attacks. Having barely escaped with your life, you have 7 nights to help find the killer, or the police will pin it on you. These next few shifts will be far from ordinary or safe. So, we've got pretty much a story-driven narrative game where you're trying to solve a murder. It seems really interesting. I like the art style, the black and white aesthetic. I think it's really noir, which is probably what they were going for. You do lots of interviews with people and try to figure out if any of them were the actual murderer. It seems rather interesting. I like that. I may put this in with the clump of other games that I might do a video of. Now, we do get a DRM free game. Tales from Off-Peak City, Volume 1. I have no idea what that is, because it's not actually bringing it up like anything else. But that's kind of the way it is. But those are your games for February. Remember, you get your choice depending upon which plan you want to go with. I have the classic plan because I'm a loyal subscriber since way before. So remember that all of these games basically pay for your subscription. Pathfinder alone is $40 still. Boom. Paid for your subscription right there. And a lot of it goes to charity. And you get a discount at the store. So there you go. If you didn't know this was a good choice, you should know, because I've been making these videos for a while. But there you have it, guys. Those are your humble choice games for February. I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to go do some other stuff. So always remember, be kind to each other, and I will see you in the next video.